Hi, this is Reuben Johnson Elementary in McKinney ISD, and I want to talk to you about our current HRS practices and quick data for Level 1 and Level 2. All right, so looking at Level 1, we chose to show 1.4 teacher teams collaborative groups regularly interact to address common issues regarding curriculum, assessment, instruction, and the achievement of all students. What you're looking at here is a picture of what we call our extended planning time. We provide additional opportunities for collaborative teams outside of their planning period to focus on data and collaborate through the PLC process. This image provided is our extended planning schedule outlined for this spring semester. The campus specials teachers, such as our music, art, PE teachers, they watch our grade level students while the teachers are able to have an hour every other week to collaborate with each other. While our teachers are collaborating, our students are participating in our coordinated health lessons that have been outlined by our district to allow our counseling, PE, and nursing departments to all align their efforts. And our teacher teams are able to collaborate, and students can receive additional investment in just that whole child. In this time, as you can see on the schedule, it's a lot of color coordinating, but they roughly meet 2 times each month, and that would be every other week. One of those times is designated to crunch their data, talk about their kids, check on their progress monitoring. And we do have various members of our leadership team and administrators checking in to have kid chats, to discuss MTSS, to help answer questions, or maybe check in on our assessments and just how overall student performance is going. Another opportunity to meet later in the month is for, we call just our professional learning community time. Although our campus is moving forward with professional learning community process and progress throughout the entire campus, this is time just to focus on that professional growth, learning as a collaborative team, learning more about what professional learning communities look like. If we do have something as a campus that maybe we want to unpack or look at to grow as professionals, we protect this time for them to do that as well. And just to honor the fact that we are all learners, not just our students, but our staff as well. On the next screen, we have a couple of images for our quick data. So for still continuing to look at the Level 1, our quick data examples here are, we have a physical data wall, and then we also have a digital data wall, which you'll see a picture in a second. And then on the right, that is a picture of our map data accountability tracker to hopefully give us some fairly accurate projections of what our STAR assessment data will look like. So our collaborative teaching teams gain an additional 15 hours per year on average to analyze data, discuss student needs, unpack curriculum, and collaborate on team needs as determined by our agenda. And then students receive an additional 15 hours of that coordinated health lessons. And then teachers and MTSS teams collaborate each month for about 45 minutes to discuss the needs of students in addition to our collaborative time. And it's all done in this room with these examples of our data measurement processes. And then data protocol, or just questions to really help unpack their data, is completed 3 times a year, where teachers analyze student data after summative assessments using guiding questions. And then summative assessment data is tracked with visuals 3 times a year according to the state accountability targets. So you have here our physical data wall, and this is looking at specifically the student map data. We have here on the very far left of these blue, that is all our kindergarten math, and it is not divided by teachers, but rather it's just divided by all of the kinder students math versus all of the kinder students ELAR, because they are all our students. And we don't want teachers to compete against each other, but rather to support each other because they are all our students. And then here on the right, our map data accountability tracker. The colors are projections of our STAR categories of did not meet, and then all the way to master's level, and really honoring that 30, 60, 90 and tracking where we're falling along those projections. And then in addition to our physical data wall, we also have our teachers complete our digital data wall, and it helps us to be able to manipulate our data a little bit according to student demographics or maybe one particular assessment. So we put all of our map and last year's STAR data and any of our major assessments that go throughout the year, we track beginning, middle, and end of the year so we can see the big picture of our students. All right, next we're going to talk about HRS Level 2. And for level 2, we chose to look at 2.3. Predominant instructional practices throughout the school are known and monitored. This is something that our campus, while our leadership team is new, both of our administrators are new this year, our campus was known kind of as the exemplar for being able to provide walkthrough data for our staff at a high rate and highly effective walkthrough schedule. And we're trying to continue that tradition here and continue to honor that for HRS level 2.3. Our RJE leadership team members gather data on our model of instruction form through all classrooms through a set schedule that changes each week. This year, we digitized our walkthrough form, so we were able to quickly email it to the teachers for professional feedback. And at the end of each walkthrough period, each leader has been through the classroom in the building in a 7-week period. And the leadership team analyzes the walkthrough data to determine next steps, such as our campus focus or professional development. All right, so what you see here is our digital form that we chose to do through Google Forms this year. Previously, it was on paper and it was lovely. We were able to do handwritten notes, but we felt as a team what was missing is being able to easily create graphs and charts and just kind of see an overall bird's eye view of what our data look like. And also not shown in this image here, we added our campus initiative too. We do have a PBIS influenced house system where we honor students' positive behavior and character traits through our Jaguar Essentials. And so the use of those Jaguar Essentials and just using those positive statements and positive reinforcement is also represented in addition to the model of instruction on the bottom of this form. And then what you'll see, the reason we wanted to digitize it is so we are able to pull quick data through our walkthrough forms. While our campus prior to this, the admin team was typing all the data in to create charts, we just wanted to simplify it on our end and to be able to create these images to show to our staff. And then to easily look at these numbers and say, okay, what do we as a staff need to focus on? And so for the first semester, we gathered data from 100 walkthroughs. The most successful data point is 93% of visits to classroom saw checks for understanding. And then our area of need that we're reflecting almost 24% of our teachers were using formative assessment at the time of their walkthroughs. And that's something that we've really been talking about as a staff. And we use this data to think, okay, is there something we can check in real quick and just provide feedback in staff newsletters? Is there something at our monthly staff meetings that we can highlight and really show somebody who's doing something well? Or is this something that really we're struggling with across the district and we need to bring in maybe somebody from our central administration team at our district level to help us learn and grow and get better in that area? All right, that completes our level 1 and level 2 follow-up. Thank you so much for providing this time for us to reflect. We look